to give you a career tip that is not a typical career tip. This career tip says when you go to work, you have to be able to put your private life behind you. How many people go to work and find that their private life walks in with them and their phone rings all day and they're concerned all day and their productivity is lacking, or they call off a lot, or they get passed up for promotions and they don't know why? It's because you are not putting your private life outside of your job. I have been hired so many times by managers and directors and VPs and CEOs of corporations because they find that their employees want to do a good job. They really do. But somehow their life gets in the way. So what I'm going to teach you how to do is to leave your life behind you so you can go to work. Now, what I mean by that is when you close the door from your house to wherever way you get to work, whether you walk to work, you take the train, you take the metro, you take the subway, or you drive. When you close the door at your home, I want you to go, it's like you're shaking off every single thing, shaking off, peeling it off, taking it away, because it does not come with you outside. You will touch it, you'll go back when you get home and you'll address it. When you leave home, you don't bring your furniture with you, right? You don't worry about whether your lights are on and off, right? When you close that door, you mentally say, okay, well, I hope and trust that my furniture will be here when I get back home. Same thing, folks. When your worries are at home, close that door, leave them at home. So what you're going to do is, from now on, your commute time is going to be your personal time. Your personal time. No thoughts, no people, no phone, no anything gets to have anything to do with you. It is your time to readjust, get yourself right, reassess, meditate if you have to, do whatever you have to do, because when you go to work, you're somewhere else. So what you're going to do is you're going to concentrate on your breathing. The first thing is you're going to breathe deeply all the way into your lungs. So many of us just breathe like shallow breaths like animals do when they're panting. And you deserve not to pant through life unless it's something really good that makes you pant. But anyway, I want you to take deep breaths and let them out. 5 of them. And as you're doing it, you're going to say, I'm leaving it all behind me. I'm leaving it all behind me. I am leaving it all behind me as you exhale. You're readjusting yourself to be the best person you can be for those 8 hours or those 10 hours. And if you're working over that, you're working too much, folks, okay? 8 or 10 hours, 10 at the most, at the max. Yeah, I know. That means we might have to overhaul the healthcare system, every other system, because in America right now, we're into working our workers 12 and 15 hours. And that, my friend, is unhealthy and wrong. So, for those next 8 to 10 hours, you are going to concentrate on work. And so that means if people are calling you about your personal problems, you're going to tell them, I'm so sorry, I'm going to address this when I leave work, but only after I have done the same thing and used my commute to de-stress myself from work. Because how many times do you actually give yourself a transition time? You see, so many of us don't give ourselves the time to be in transition. You can't jump from one thing to the next without some kind of approach of transitioning from one thing to the next. So before your family sees you, you have already transitioned out of the work mindset. And before your boss sees you, you have already transitioned out of the mindset of home, okay? This is the only thing that you can do so that you can bring yourself to a place of mental stability. You see, every single person that we have talked to today on our show has talked about what, Lindsay? Their mindset.
Yeah.
Their mindset. It wasn't that situations changed or things changed. Their mindset was the strongest sense or source of power that they had. So I want you to tell yourself every single day, this is your homework. Yeah, and it's for your career. I want you to tell yourself, my mindset on my job begins with my mindset for myself. You can ask for perfection on your job if you're not feeling good about yourself. You can ask for balance to just happen overnight on your job if your balance doesn't start to happen in your life. I want you to understand that your story is unwritten, whether it's your career, your relationship, your job, your lifestyle, your finances. It starts when you take hold of it, when you decide, I deserve to have a better life. And if that means I got to leave this job and go to another one, that means I have to find the time and make the time to research what's the best thing for me. And if I need career tips, I know I can go to Coach Lynn because she will give them to me. Remember, you are what you think, whether you're on your job or you're at home. Sit tight.